What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lucid Daily, and I apologize that one, this episode is late, and two, I kind of apologize because there really wasn't a lot of news today. I try to bring as much value as I can to you guys in these daily videos, even on slow news days, but man, I just can't think of too much to talk about tonight. Lucid was down 3-point-something% today. Tesla was down 2% today. The indices were relatively flat. They were a little bit red. So there really is, there's just not a lot of news right now. We should get some more data tomorrow, so hopefully that data will come in positive. But I know that things are starting to, people are starting to think positive about the economy because we had this mini bull run. But I just am not convinced that we're out of because I read so many earnings reports that I was just all the signs are pointing to a recession, but the Federal Reserve does not believe we are going to head into a recession, which I will be shocked. Now, I granted those gentlemen and women in the Federal Reserve are a lot more intelligent than I am when it comes to the economy and things like that. So, but I read a lot, and it just, everything's pointing to it. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think we're gonna head into a recession? But more than anything, the only other thing was Taylor Ogden, I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. He posted a picture. It was a super grainy picture of a Lucid that was outside the factory, and it looked a lot different than any of the other cars. There was an article made about it. It wasn't by a super popular publisher, but I skimmed the article, and basically it may be a prototype of another car that may be coming out that's more price friendly. I don't know. There really isn't any details on it. It's hardly worth speculating over, but there was so little news that I'm just give me something to talk about. But yeah, Lucid's down 3%, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that was too different from what the stock market was doing today. More than anything, just keep, in all aspects of life, keep working hard. If you work long hours, keep balling. I know it's tough. I just got off a long day myself, but love what I do. I love learning, love researching. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. And yeah, if you're out there, keep hustling, find ways to make more money, start a side hustle. If you always, now is a great time to where if you have a steady job, you're comfortable at your job, and you have always wanted to try a side hustle or a passion project or something that you want to try to monetize eventually, maybe starting a YouTube channel like this, who knows, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to scrape together any kind of money to get other sources of income in so that you can invest more money into whatever companies you want. And yeah, there's just a principle that I've learned from somebody extremely successful, and it's the ability to stay fluid. If things aren't working, if things aren't fluid is a super relative term, but don't be afraid to change. If it's not working, if it's not doing what you think it is, obviously have a little bit of patience and wait, give it a chance to work. But if the signs aren't looking good, if you're just being patient because it's easier to be patient than to change, don't be afraid to change. And that was something that I've really learned this week is in your side hustles and your projects and your businesses, don't be afraid to change things that aren't working like they should be, or if you need to make tweaks or improvements, don't be afraid to change the vision or anything like that. And I think that's something I'm going to try to apply a lot to me personally, is not be afraid to try new things. If they don't work, next, find something until it works. So there's a little bit of motivation. I know that I'm just trying to give you guys as much value as I can. And that was one of the most valuable lessons that I've learned so far this week, is don't be afraid to change plans, be fluid, don't get stuck in a rut because you think you have to make something work. Change, you can always change plans, write things in pencil, erase it, restart. It's okay. So I hope that this helped from you guys. I know it's a little bit of a different episode. There just really was not a lot of news, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to Lucid Daily. Hey, if it's a slower news week, drop some questions, drop some hypothesis, drop some hey, what would Lucid be if they delivered this many cars? Drop some questions down there, and let's start answering some questions. That way we get a lot to talk about. But I appreciate you guys. I enjoy being able to spend this time daily with you guys. So I hope you have a good one, and like always, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.